Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Your boy kennyJStylinz coming back at you with another deck profile. Well, update of a older deck that I did. Again, one of the first videos I did was TMNT and MMPR, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and just giving you an update of that deck profile. Changed some things, added some things. Just like you would do any other deck. Over time, you would update it, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, as you can see, here's our monster lineup here. Now the thing with the Rangers, I changed their attacks a little bit, made them a little bit stronger, a little bit weaker, whatever I thought to see fit at the time. And their effects are pretty much kept the same. I got 3 of each Ranger. Let's start off with the Red Ranger here. I still got 3 Red Rangers. If you didn't know, at first his effect is basically he can't be normal summon or set. He must be special summoned from your hand. And when this effect activates, you get to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck to the grave. Well, you send them, not reveal them. You send them to the graveyard, and that's how the Power Ranger deck works. It's kind of like Light Sworns in a way, but yeah. And what if you send a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger with his effect to the graveyard, you get to special summon that Power Ranger. Well, one of them. If you have more than one, you get to choose. With Green Ranger, I kind of changed him around a little bit. You can special summon him, if you control 1 or more Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monsters on your side of the field. Once per turn, you can send 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard. If the sent card has Power Rangers in its name, he gains 400 attack, so he has the potential to go to 2600 4-star. And that effect helps because when Power Rangers are sent from the deck to the graveyard, effects activate. So basically, Red and Green Ranger are the heavy hitters of the deck. 2000 attack, 2100. Next, we go with the Black Ranger. When he's normal, special summon period. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If any of the sent cards are Power Ranger cards, add 1 to your hand. And basically, Billy the Blue Ranger works the same way. If any cards, when he's normal or special summon, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Any of them are Power Rangers. Instead of sending 1 card to your hand, you actually special summon one of those Rangers. So the Black and Blue Ranger, they work the same. And the Yellow and Pink Ranger, their effects work in the graveyard. So if this card is sent by a Power Ranger's effect, you get to add 1 its Morphin Time spell card from your deck to your hand. And Pink Ranger, when she's sent to the graveyard by a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger card effect, you basically get to draw 1 card. Alpha's effect, he's basically the effect veiler of the deck, but even if he's sent to the graveyard by a Power Ranger card effect, you can add him to your hand, which is really good. And then I have the White and Red Ninja Rangers. I made the other ones, but I just kind of threw them in the side deck. But basically, if White Ranger gets sent to the graveyard by a Power Ranger card effect, you can special summon him, but you could tribute him to get a White Ranger monster from your extra deck and use him as a material. And Red Ranger, basically he's in there because if he's sent from the top of the deck to the graveyard, his effect will kick off. You can special summon a Red Ranger, even though the Red Ranger can be special summoned. This card with this effect negates those summoning conditions, so basically it's another way to get out Red Ranger. And yeah, that's it for the monster lineup. Let's go with the spells next. Alright, and next up, guys, we got the spells. And as you can see, I changed the fusion spell card picks a little bit. But first off, let's go with we need dinosaur power. Basically, you just have to have a Power Rangers basically on your field or hand to fusion summon. That's all it is, just a fusion summon card. Same with Dragonzord power, also a fusion summon card, but except with Dragonzord power, you gotta banish them from your field or graveyard. And we have 2 field spell cards of Command Center. Basically increases the attack and defense of all the Power Ranger monsters you control by 200. Once returned during your standby phase, if you have a Power Rangers monster in your side of the field or in the graveyard, you can send 1 Power Rangers card from your deck to the graveyard. So basically, if you have a Ranger out, like it states field graveyard, you get to send 1 to the graveyard and kick off effects there. 2, it's Morphin Times, a really good card. It's a quick play spell. You special summon from your graveyard as many Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monsters as possible with 500 defense. Take note, they all have 500 defense, but only 1 copy of each. So you can't have 2 Black Rangers, 2 Red Rangers. You have to have 1 of each basically. The monster special summoned by this effect cannot attack during the end phase. Banish all monsters that were special summoned by this effect. And this is homage to the legend right here, the legend, the man, the myth, Tommy Oliver. Once per turn, if a monster is special summoned by the effect of a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster effect, except during the damage step, you can target one card in the field, destroy it, which is very easy with this deck. And the new cards, you have Morphin Grid and Power Blaster. Power Blaster, basically, you activate that card, you can destroy one monster of your opponent's side of the field. Basically, they get together, make the gun, blast your opponent's monster. Morphin Grid, you target one set spell or trap card in the field, destroy it during the main phase. Except a turn, this card was sent to the graveyard. Basically, you banish it, you pop another card. Acceptance of Power, add one spell card from your deck to your hand. Easy. Really effective card. May the Power protect you. Also, quick play spell. Basically, you pay half your life points, shuffle your graveyard into your deck, and special summon one level 4 or lower Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster from your deck. You can only activate this effect when you control no face-up monsters. So basically, this resets because you go through your deck pretty fast, and you know, if you have this card, you get to reset everything. I'll pay half my life points to do it. Why not? Crossover basically has a card states. Justice League deck, Power Ranger deck. I got both of them. This card works on both decks. But here's the effect. Choose one of the following effects. You can banish one monster from your hand, which is for the Justice League deck. Or send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. And this effect is considered to be a Power Ranger effect. And the last effect basically states what it is. Alright guys, so that's it with the spells. Let's go with the trap updates. Alright guys, and here we go with the traps. Not too many traps. We got Empress Chosen Dark Warrior, which is a staple and a stay in the card, in the deck. Basically, this card can only be activated if you control a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster. Send one monster your opponent controls to the graveyard, then send one Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster from your deck to the graveyard. This effect is considered as a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster effect. So basically, this card's really good because you have your Power Ranger out there. They summon a monster you know you're not going to be able to get over. You activate this, send their monster to the graveyard, and you send one Power Ranger monster from your deck to the graveyard, which in turn will start kicking off effects. Back to action is new. Basically, you place this card on the top of the deck. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by Power Ranger's monster effect, you can special summon one Power Ranger's monster from your extra deck, using this card or another spell or trap card from your graveyard as material. You can only activate the effect of back to action once per turn. So basically, it helps get out your XYZ monsters. Yeah. And these two cards are still staples in the deck. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Call Out. Basically, you draw one card for every Power Ranger monster you control with a different name on your side of the field. Pink Power Trap. Basically, the counter, the Solemn Judgment of the deck. Basically, you just pay 1,000 to activate it, but not only that, if you control a Pink Ranger, you can also draw a card. So, yeah, that's it for the main deck, guys. Now we're going to go into the extra deck. Alright, guys, and here we go with the extra deck. Not the full extra deck, but just the fusion version of it. Here we're going to start off with Megazord. Changed his effect around. At first, he was, I had it to where if you couldn't special summon a Power Ranger from the graveyard, he would die. And I don't know, I just thought over time, I was like, man, that effect's dumb. It'll, you know, because there was games where I had him out and could have controlled the board, but just died because I couldn't get a Ranger out. So anyway, changes effect, must be fusion summoned, of course, and cannot be special summoned in other ways. Once per turn, target one monster with 500 defense in your graveyard, special summon the target. During the end phase, send the monster special summoned by this effect back to the graveyard. So basically, it just goes back to the graveyard instead of killing him off. Dragon Zord, changed the picture. Changed the effect, changed the attack. I think he was 3,000 at first. I weakened him up a little bit. But, you know, of course, he has to be fusion summoned. Once per turn, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy the target. But I also added the effect of once per turn during the battle phase, you can discard one Green Ranger card from your hand. This card gains 500 attack for the turn. Which I thought, you know, help out when you're in a pinch. Tiger Zord changes effect around. At first, I had him to where he couldn't be affected by trap cards, but now, as long as this card remains face up on the field, your opponent can only activate one spell or trap card per turn. I thought was way better. Thunder Megazord, inflict 300 life point damage to your opponent every time a monster is sent from their field to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can shuffle one Power Ranger monster from your graveyard back into the deck. Not bad. Dino Ultra Zord also beefed up his attack, gave him effect. Of course, he has to be fusion summoned, but when he is, destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. During your main phase, you can send this card to the graveyard, special summon 1 Dragon Zord and 1 Megazord monster from your graveyard. So basically you could offer him up when he's done doing his dirt to get out the 2 Megazords again. Because you need the 2 Megazords to make him, by the way. Mega Dino Zord. He must be fusion summoned as well. Let's see. Once per turn, for every Power Ranger monster in your graveyard, you gain 300 life points each. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, so once per turn, you can pay 2,000 life points. Add 1 fusion spell card from your graveyard to your hand. When this card is destroyed, when this card destroys a monster as a result of battle, you can shuffle 2 cards from your graveyard back into your deck. So, yeah, basically he helps replenish the deck. Shogun Megazord, he's basically the big negator, 3,200. Has to be fusion summoned. Negate one of your opponent's spell or trap cards. All Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monsters on your side of the field gain 200 attack. So not only that, he's beefing them up. And once per turn, you get to send one from your deck to your graveyard to not only negate, an effect your opponent's activating, but also activate Power Ranger effects that are being sent to the graveyard by, of course, a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger monster. Okay, next up, I got this in a Turtles deck as well. If you looked at the previous video, same card. Basically, you contact fuse. If you have a Yellow Ranger or Michelangelo, you basically tribute him to special summon this one. Same with Raphael, Red Ranger, Donatello, Black Ranger, Leonardo, the Blue Ranger. Okay, so their effects are basically the same except for one thing, and their attacks are different. Mikey's is 3,000, Raph's 32, Donnie's 29, Leo's 31. So I basically tried to get it off of what I think they would be together, and as a team too, because Red Ranger and Raphael, that's a brute force team. But anyway, so with Mikey's effect, basically he replenishes the deck. You can shuffle 4 cards from your graveyard back into your deck, draw 1 card. When he's destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can special summon either a Michelangelo or a Yellow Ranger from your graveyard, negating their effect. Red Ranger and Raphael, same thing, basically, but his effect's a little different. Discard 1 card from your hand, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. When he dies, by battle or card effect, you can special summon a Red Ranger or a Raphael from your graveyard, negating their effect. Same as Donatello, when it dies, special summon a Black Ranger or Donatello, negating the card effect. But his effect is once per turn, you gain life points equal to this card's attack, so you're gaining 2,900. So Donatello heals. Leonardo, same thing, when it dies, special summon a Leonardo or a Blue Ranger. But its effect is once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, it's a quick effect. Basically, you can negate it. So negates, gains life points, destroys, replenishes your deck. That's what they all do. Alright, so now let's go with the Exceed monsters of the deck. Alright, so now you have 3 White Rangers, 1 Ranger Slayer, Mighty Morphin Mutant Rangers, and a Ninjor. Ninjor's new. Pink Ranger Slayer, I believe I had in the last deck. Mighty Morphin Mutant Rangers is new as well. But let's start off with the White Ranger here. Kept his effect the same, basically. I think I changed it a little bit. Changes attack, takes 2 level 4 Power Rangers to make. Once per turn, quick effect. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers monster you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect. You can detach 1 material from this card instead of destroying one of those monsters. But he also gains 200 attack and defense when you activate that effect, so makes him stronger. Pink Ranger also takes 2 level 4 Rangers to make. You can attach a material from this card. Discard 1 Power Ranger monster from your hand. You can target 1 Power Ranger monster in your graveyard. Special summon the targeted monster. You can only activate this effect once per turn, so she helps out a lot too. The Mighty Morphin Mutant Rangers. Look at this, 4,000 attack. Now this is great. Takes 4 level 4 Power Ranger monsters with different names. Quick effect. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Banish 1 Power Rangers monster from your graveyard. Inflict life point damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Another quick effect. Once per turn, when this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card instead. So, yeah, it's doing life point damage. It's busting you up. It's hurting you. And it's got 4,000 attack. Not easy to get over, man. Rangers turning into mutants, yeah, awesome. And Ninjor, finally made him. 2 level 4 Rangers to make. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and activate one of these effects. Basically, target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 3 into the deck to draw a card, or target 1 Power Ranger monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So not nothing, you know, too out of the blue, but either A, he helps replenish your deck, or B, you get out of Rangers. So yeah, this deck is all about bringing out your Rangers, man, as you can see. But anyway, that's it with the deck profile, guys. Please hit that like button. For the love of God, please hit it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that noti bell. Yada, yada, yada. Whoop-de-whoop. Help me get to 9G. Yeah, man. Help me get to 9K subscribers. And, yeah, I'll update you guys with more old deck profiles. Show you new ones. If there's anything you'd like to see, hit me up and let me know. Your boy, kennyJStylinz, signing out.